back to the Lazy Handle Show. I'm your host, Katrina. For today's episode, I'm going to be doing a preview on the Tour Challenge coming up this week, and then I'm going to be showing you my interview that I did with Isabella Wrana. Today's shout out goes to Laker. So starting on the women's side, we have Team Fleury. Now, she just recently came off the Masters win, and that's a huge event to win. And that was really recently, so I'm sure she hasn't lost too much energy from that. So I think she's going to come back even stronger, and I wouldn't be surprised if she won the Slam. Then you have Wrana. She just won the Royal LePage Women's Fall Classic in North Grenville, and she's coming back 2 days later into a Slam, which is super exciting. I think she's going to have a lot of energy for that, and I think she's going to play well too. We have Roth from America, Einerson, who is the top team on the women's side. And then you have Carey, who was last year's Scottish champion. So I think this pool is going to be pretty cool to watch. Yeah, 2 Manitoba teams. That's always fun to see. And then we have Hasselborg. Didn't do as well as I thought she would, so hopefully she does better this round. Stern, who did very good last Slam. Then you have Silvernagel, Scheidegger. Now Scheidegger is still away, so Amber Holland will be playing for her. And then Tirinzoni, I was super impressed with Tirinzoni. Made it all the way to the semifinals last week, so I think she's gonna do very well this week. And then the last pool, I think, is the toughest. You have Homan. Even though she didn't make the playoffs, I don't really think that matters. I don't think it's too often that she's gonna miss the playoffs 2 slams in a row. So I think they're definitely gonna make the playoffs, and I think they're gonna win it too. Rock, Jones, 2 Japanese teams in the same pool. That's some good competition. Yoshimura, who did way better than I expected at the last Slam. And then you have Fujisawa, who made the quarterfinals last week, or the last Slam. So, yeah. My pick for the women's side, it's tough. It's between Fleury and Homan, but I'm going to go with Homan. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to give my nice star to Homan. Where is she? Okay, that's good. You can see that. Okay. Men's side. Woohoo! Okay. So Botcher. So if you didn't actually know this, the Masters was only his second event of the whole season. So I think that could be partly why he did not make the playoffs, because considering all the other teams have played a lot more than 2 events. So I think they're going to come back strong, and it doesn't really matter that they didn't make the playoffs, just like Homa didn't make the playoffs. Then you have Donestone. That was phenomenal last Slam, sorry. They won. It was all just great. And then Jacobs, that was my prediction. They did good. I thought they would do better, but we'll see this week. And then Schwaller and Gunlickson. This isn't too much of a tough pool, but there could be some struggles. Jacobs is going to have some tough competition with a couple teams in that pool. Next pool, we have Mowat. I was very impressed with his performance at the last Slam. Schuster, so you're obviously going to get a few American fans there. De Cruz, hopefully he does better. He is one of the top teams on the men's side, so he should do well, even though he did not make the playoffs. Cooey, he got it to tiebreaker, just like Homan. Even though he didn't make the playoffs, I don't think that matters too much. Morris is going to be playing with him, filling in for BJ Neufeld. So I think John Morris is just a pure shot maker. So I think that's going to be really, really cool to see. And we haven't seen Morris since, I don't even know. I barely saw him last season. I can't even remember if I did see him. So it's going to be cool to see him again. And playing with Cooey, that's cool. McEwen, they need to, hurry up. They might not even make the next Slam, so they need to come out in the playoffs this week if they want to make it to the next Slam. And then last pool is Dean. He didn't make the playoffs, but it's starting off the season, not too strong for most of the teams, but I think it's going to be better in the second Slam. Hopefully second time's the charm. McDonald and Howard. Glenn Howard's going to be returning. Scott Howard was skipping, and they made it all the way to the quarterfinals, but Glenn is going to be coming back this week, so we'll see how they do. And then Gushu and Epping in the same pool. They both played against each other in the semifinals. So I think that's going to be a cool game to watch. A little rematch of that, I guess. So my pick on that side is going to be Botcher. I love him. Yeah. I think they're definitely going to do it. So I'll give my star to them. Botcher's going to win. Confident this time. Hopefully one day I'll get them right. Okay. Here's my interview with Isabella Wrana. Welcome back to the Lazy Handle Show. I'm your host, Katrina. I'm here at the Royal LePage Women's Fall Classic in North Grenville with the winner, Isabella Wrana. So how are you doing?
I feel very well. We have came runner-up in this event a couple of years ago and third, so it's fun to finally be highest up on the podium.
Yeah, and of course, congratulations.
Thank you.
So this is a big event. What kind of things do you work on in practice to prepare for a big event like this?
First of all, when we go to Canada, we try to fight off the jet lag for a couple of days here, and then we make sure that we know how the ice is going to behave, and it's not always the same for every game, but if you get like a bit of understanding on how the ice and stones are, I think it's easier when you're in the game.
Awesome. So there's a slam coming up, which you guys are going to in Nova Scotia. So, and you guys went to 3 or 4 slams last year, and you competed against high-level teams. What have you learned from that experience to hopefully make you play well in this upcoming slam?
I think both that teams that are higher ranked and lower ranked could win against each other, like
for sure.
And that if you do a good game, you can basically beat whoever you want. But then again, they have good tactics and good skills, and you learn some of the how to say this in English. The mistakes you can do in your tactical view, and maybe how to put more pressure, and I would say more routine, to not always go for the big house, but maybe try to take 2 with hammer instead of really going for 4 or something like that.
Yeah, for sure. What's your favorite part about coming to Canada?
I would say friendly people, and everyone knows curling, or at least more people than in Sweden. So it's nice to have a chat with local curlers, and and we like the atmosphere here. It's friendly.
And speaking of curling, what's your favorite part about it?
I would say that I get to travel the world with my best friends, and also I love the strategy of the game, and it's a bit like chess, but you have to put the brick where you want it as well.
Yeah. So now we're going to do rapid fire, so I'm going to ask you a series of questions. There's going to be 2 options, and you have to pick one out of the 2 options.
Okay.
In-turn or out-turn?
In-turn.
Red rocks or blue rocks?
Red rocks.
Heads or tails?
Heads.
5 rock roll or 6 rock roll?
5 rock roll.
8 ends or 10 ends?
8 ends.
Draw for the win or hit for the win?
Draw for the win, I think, yeah.
Winter or summer?
That's a tough one, because summer is also nice, but winter because of curling, yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
So, I hope you enjoyed my interview with Isabella Wrana. I'd like to thank her for giving her time to do that interview. It was an awesome game. She beat McCarville. It was so cool to see McCarville, because she doesn't do a lot of events, so it was really cool to see her play. Getting ready for playdowns. So that was exciting, and comment down your picks, and make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you next time.